raindrops falling from the sky, with the morning sun so brightly shine, with rainbow bridge curving far above par. Together we could wish upon the star, with inheritance, heart of gold, with good deeds leading our ways, responding to duties in strong determination, with sense of unity and solidarity. Come what may, there'll be one fine day, the day we renew our homeland, with blessing from the sky, our dreamland will shine.
With raindrops falling from the sky, with morning sun so brightly shine, with rainbow bridge curving far above par. Together we could wish upon the stars, with inheritance, heart of gold, with good deeds leading our way, responding to duties in strong determination, with sense of unity and solidarity. Come what may, there'll be one fine day, the day we renew our homeland, with blessing from the sky, our dreamland will shine. Come what may, one fine day, the day we renew our homeland. Come what may, one fine day, the day we renew our homeland. Come what may, there'll be one fine day, the day we renew our homeland, with blessing from the sky, our dreamland will shine.
The time is now 8 a.m. in the Kingdom of Thailand.
ประเทศไทยรวมเป็นเชื้อชาติไทยเป็นประชารัฐผ้าไทยของไทยทุกส่วนอยู่ดำรงคงไว้ได้ทั้งมวลด้วยไทยล้วนหมายรักสามัคคีไทยนิรักสงบแต่ถึงรบไม่กล้าเอกราชจะไม่ให้ใครคุกคีสละเลือดทุกอย่างเป็นชาติไทย
on radio, online, and on your mobile. This is Radio Thailand FM 88.
This is Radio Thailand News.
Brought to you by Scotch 100% Essence of Chicken. Great taste for a fresh start.
North Korea's Foreign Minister Ri Son-kwon has said his country is not considering any contacts with the United States. More on the story after these messages.
ในช่วงเวลาที่เราทุกคนต่างต่อสู้ในสมรภูมิโควิด -19 ทุกคนต่างระดมสรรพกำลังช่วยเหลือกันอย่างไม่รู้จักเหน็ดเหนื่อยโครงการลมหายใจเดียวกันกลุ่มปตท.ขอร่วมเป็นอีกหนึ่งพลังส่งมอบเครื่องช่วยหายใจอุปกรณ์ทางการแพทย์และความช่วยเหลือด้านต่างๆที่จำเป็นให้เราก้าวผ่านวิกฤตครั้งนี้ไปด้วยกันกลุ่มปตท.เคียงข้างสังคมไทยด้วยลมหายใจเดียวกัน
Thailand Travel Selection with the Ministry of Tourism and Sports and the Tourism Authority of Thailand.
Thailand Travel Selection rests in lush luxury at Vanabel, a luxury collection resort, Koh Samui. Only 15 minutes away from Samui International Airport, Vanabel stands on an exclusive stretch of Chaweng Noi Beach, one of the most beautiful beaches in Asia, facing the enchanting blue waters of the Gulf of Thailand and backed by a verdant rainforest. Inspired by the Himavanta forest of Thai myth, TripAdvisor's 2020 Traveler's Choice Best of the Best, Best Luxury, Best Service, and Best Romance Awards winner achieves a seamless balance of Thai charm, natural splendor, and modernity across 72 suites and 7 villas, with private pools offered in all room categories. The picturesque environs are also ideal for functions and meetings, which is why the resort offers meeting spaces equipped with comprehensive technology and features, along with Koh Samui's largest outdoor meeting space, called the Marquee, a breathtaking 400 square meter tent perfect for beachside weddings or any outdoor gathering intended to impress. The quality of food at the resort is also unrivaled, with Kiri the Bistro serving premier gastronomic compositions from around the world, and Panali presenting authentic southern Thai cuisine. Relax, retreat, recharge, rejuvenate, and even feel romance at Vanabel, a luxury collection resort, Koh Samui. Call 077-915-555 or visit worldwideweb.vanabelkosamui.com
สนใจลงโฆษณาใน Radio Thailand FM 88 โทร 02-439-6599
First up, international segments. The Minister of Public Health has assured that there are enough hospital beds available for COVID-19 patients, despite criticism over vaccine procurements and a call for deals to be disclosed. Deputy Prime Minister and Public Health Minister Anutin Charnvirakul said the Ministry of Public Health stands ready to assist Bangkok hospitals in providing more hospital beds for COVID-19 patients if requested. On the international front, North Korea's Foreign Minister Ri Son-kwon has said his country is not considering any contacts with the United States. His comments were made after the new U.S. envoy for North Korea said in Seoul on Monday that he looked forward to a positive response soon on dialogue from Pyongyang. North Korea's nuclear weapons program has been an intractable problem for Washington for years, and in trying to change that, U.S. President Joe Biden's administration conducted a review of policy and said it would seek calibrated and practical ways to persuade Pyongyang to denuclearize. And catch Radio Thailand's early news for more updates around the clock at FM 88 and also online at nbt.prd.go.th. น้ำกระจ่างวิทย์เจาะจิตสวัสดีครับ
Brought to you by Scotch 100% Essence of Chicken. Great taste for a fresh start.
This is Radio Thailand News.
MFA updates.
Good morning. สวัสดีครับ Welcome to MFA Update. We explore the foreign affairs and international events that matter to Thais. Today we'll be discussing the opportunities for Thailand-China diplomatic cooperation in the post-COVID world. I have the privilege of speaking to Mr. Untitled Chapter, Ambassador of Thailand to the People's Republic of China on this matter. All right. Good morning. สวัสดีครับ Greeting from Thailand.
Good morning to you also, Mr. Wanachai. My name is Untitled Chapter. I'm the Thai ambassador to China.
Thank you for your presence here, talking about China and her relation with Thailand. But first of all, as we know that China today has become the world's top major power, it would be interesting to get to know a little bit more about Chinese relation with the world, especially with the United States. Let me ask first, as a diplomat with the wide-ranging experience, from your viewpoint on the ground, how much can we believe what is being said? What trajectory the U.S.-China takes under the President Joe Biden, and what will it mean for countries in Asia and the Pacific?
Thank you very much. First of all, let me say that both the United States and China are very important and close friends with Thailand. And especially in this era of COVID pandemic and the rise of many global challenges, it is crucial that the U.S. and China work together, especially to combat many of the global challenges. And I think the interests of both U.S. and China, they have common interests in many areas, such as on sustainable development, on inclusive growth, climate change, and especially on achieving the SDG 2030 agenda. So I think under the present administration in the U.S., and I hope that President Biden pursues a pragmatic approach in the sense of engaging China on issues of mutual benefit and mutual concern in the areas I mentioned. Also in the area of peace and security, in the area of maintaining global supply chain and promoting global cooperation on many issues on health cooperation. So there are many areas that the U.S. and China can work together with. And for Thailand, we stand ready as a member of ASEAN to engage and bring together the two sides and to serve as a platform or as a partner or as a bridge in engaging with the U.S. and China on many of these common issues, especially on issues that will be beneficial to the ASEAN and the Asia Pacific region through the ASEAN-led mechanisms that we have already established in the region, whether it's the ASEAN +3 or the East Asia Summit or the ASEAN Regional Forum or different areas of cooperation that we have in the sub-region, such as the ACMEX, the BIMSTEC, the Mekong Lanchang Cup. So Thailand can contribute actively towards the cooperation between these two countries, and we hope that in the future the U.S. and China can work together more closely. I know they're already working together, strive to bring benefit to the international community.
Okay, hopefully the time of conflict has come to an end, right? Under the new president of Joe Biden. For when it comes to Thailand, could you share with us the overview of Thai-Chinese diplomatic relations? What are the key milestones between the two countries this year in particular?
I think for centuries, Thailand and China have enjoyed a long friendship ever since the Sukhothai era and the Yuan dynasty in China, lasting over 700 years. Our people has focused initially on people-to-people contact through trade exchanges, through maritime connections. I think right now Thailand is the world's largest, is the source of the world's largest overseas Chinese community. And there are many Chinese traditions and cultures that have been embraced by the Thai people. Last year, in 2020, the two countries celebrated 45 years of diplomatic relations between modern China. Over the years, we have seen many high-level visits between the two sides. His Majesty King Maha Vajiralongkorn paid royal visits when he was Crown Prince to China in 1987, in 1992, and in 1998. And Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Sriyanthorn has visited China every year and has been to all provinces in China.
Right.
Her recent trip was in October 2019, where she received the Friendship Medal from President Xi Jinping on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. Also, Premier Li Keqiang has visited Thailand on many occasions. The most recent one was in November 2019 when he led the Chinese delegation to Thailand to attend the ASEAN-China Summit and also the bilateral visit. I myself was able to accompany Premier Li Keqiang on that visit. So we have had numerous exchanges, and recently when we had the COVID pandemic, we have also exchanged many messages between each other, and we have assisted each other in many areas cooperation. To commemorate the 45th anniversary last year, His Majesty the King sent medical assistance to the people of Wuhan, and also provide a message of sympathy to the people affected. Also, the level of trade between the two countries have been going on very strong. China has been Thailand's #1 trading partner for 7 consecutive years.
Wow.
And also, Chinese investments in Thailand have represented almost $8.6 billion, or roughly half of all total foreign investments in Thailand at present, making China the #1 foreign investor in Thailand. And we have had a lot of exchange of personnel prior to the pandemic, but also at present, we still have some Thai students or Thai officials who are studying or who are attending many training courses in China. And we have had many Thai businesses who have been operating here in China for the past many decades since the opening up of China. So in summary, I would like to say that we have had very close cordial relations based on mutual trust, mutual benefit. It has been very long-lasting and beneficial relationship between China and Thailand that has survived since the beginning of ancient times. And this year, as we approach the 46th year of diplomatic relations, we hope to develop more exchanges in health, in technical assistance, in economic cooperation within the two countries.
All right. What about the trade and investment opportunities? In what sectors do you see more growth? Can it be agriculture, like fruits, or other sectors?
I think China is known as a country that has valued and promoted innovation and high technology. So I think Thai businesses should try to foster cooperative businesses with these industries, because this is the future. Things such as AI or cloud computing or data storage, which will help to facilitate the growth of emerging industries and promote sustainable development. Some of the Chinese high-tech projects that have been embraced all around the world include high-speed train, includes 5G technology, digital economy, and linkages between different high-tech sectors. And in this sense, we hope to promote the linkage between the Greater Bay Area of Guangdong, Macau, Hong Kong, southern China with the Eastern Economic Corridor, or EEC, in Thailand. The service industry is also an industry that has potential for growth. China's dual circulation focuses on domestic consumption But this also means that Thai investors will have more opportunity to invest in the Chinese market and in areas such as tourism, health and wellness, and export of more agricultural products to Chinese consumers. Also, in the area of renewable energy, clean energy, and these are some of the areas that Thailand and China can cooperate together.
All right, Thai-Chinese ties are long-standing and close like relatives. There have been many high-level visits between both sides, as you mentioned, and the people also share a strong bond. How has China and Thailand cooperated to help each other during the COVID-19 pandemic?
I think both China and Thailand has assisted each other during the COVID pandemic. As I mentioned earlier, when the pandemic broke out in Wuhan, His Majesty the King delivered a message of sympathy to the people of Wuhan and the Chinese government, including providing medical supplies to the affected people. And after that, China has contributed both medical equipment and vaccines to the Thai government. And so I think we have been cooperating in various areas, such as joint research and development, and also exchange of information between Thai and Chinese institutions. So I think it is very important that we continue to maintain our close cooperation with each other. And recently, the Chinese government has donated 1 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines to the Royal Thai government. So this is a confirmation of the close ties existing between Thailand and China. As the saying goes, Thailand and China are one family. Jong Thai I Jia Chin.
Right, there are also many Thai students as well in China. How has the embassy assisted them during the beginning period of the pandemic?
Initially, during the pandemic in January 2020, we had many Thai students studying or living in Wuhan. A lot of people started evacuating from Wuhan. The Thai students, they also wanted to go back to Thailand. So the Thai embassy was instrumental in facilitating the return of Thai students from Wuhan back to Thailand, which happened on the 4th of February 2020. We were one of the first few countries to evacuate our nationals from Wuhan. Of course, now the situation has improved greatly, and the students now, not only in Wuhan, but in many parts of China, would like to come back to China and resume their studies. And of course, we have already requested the kind assistance of the Chinese government to facilitate the return of Thai students back to China if the situation improves. Right now in China, they have not allowed any international students to come back to China to continue their studies. Those who have stayed in China during the pandemic can continue their studies, but those that who have left already. But as the situation improves, the Chinese government will also decide whether they would be able to allow international students to come back to China, and Thai students are being prioritized as one of the first students who were coming back to China once they open. Actually, this morning I met with His Excellency Mr. Tien Hui Jun, who is the Vice Minister of Education, the Ministry of Education, and I also conveyed to him the desire of the Thai students come back to China as soon as possible, as soon as the situation improves, both in Thailand and in China. Of course, in the meantime, the Thai embassy and the 9 Royal Thai consulates in China have been reaching out to the Thai communities who are still in China to provide them with essential medical kits, masks, alcohol, temperature equipment, and we have been conducting offline and online meetings with Thai student networks in different cities to listen to the challenges they may be facing in studying and living in universities. These are some of the activities that we have been doing in order to facilitate and assist Thai students who are in China or who want to return to China.
All right. Thank you for your time and information.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Kun Wanachai.
The foreign affairs that matter. Special guests from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the MFA Updates.
And that was Mr. อัธยุทธศรีสมุทร Ambassador of Thailand to the People's Republic of China. China and her relation with Thailand is said to be one family. In the fight against COVID-19 impacts, it is even more important for China and Thailand to emphasize the roles of our bilateral cooperation. And certainly under the post-COVID era, there is still a large room to further strengthen the ties between the two nations. And that's it for our program this week. Thanks for listening to this edition of MFA Update. For more episodes, you can visit our Facebook, FM 88 Radio Thailand English. And we have YouTube channel, MFA Thailand. Bye for now. Have a great weekend. สวัสดีครับ
Bangkok's one and only all-English news and music station, Radio Thailand FM 88.